What's inside a Guilds of Ravnica pre-release pack? Secrets, shadows, and silence. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos, Magic fan. So I went over to Guilds of Ravnica pre-release, and I picked up a couple of pre-release packs. Let's open them up and see if I get anything good. Now this is going to be a long, loving video, so make sure you check the description for chapter stops to jump to the good parts that you want. I got a Dimir and a Golgari pre-release pack. Secrets, Shadows, and Silence versus Life, Death, and Rebirth. Let's open Dimir first and see the good stuff. House Dimir doesn't want you to get to their secrets, because that was a little tricky to open. Alright, so we get the usual die. This has the Dimir logo. Can we get a good close-up of that? Right there. Nice. We get... Ooh, there's the... You already saw what that was. But there is... Okay, here is a little bit of text, other stuff. So, this is... Knowledge is a power, few command. However, many believe they do. Alright, so that goes on to some fun text. You can read that on your own. Pause it and read it. And then on the back, building a pre-release deck. 15 to 18 creatures, 5 to 8 other spells. Mana curve, 17 lands. When in doubt, ask for advice. Thank you. Then I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... boosters plus, so they're doing 5 random boosters plus then a Dimir focused booster, which we'll look at in a moment. And we've got the Dimir divider, and then the soldier, and then the my particular code here. Don't worry, I've already used it by the time you see this video. Soldier token. All right, so here's the Dimir specific part of the deck. Mission briefing, which is actually one of the valuable cards, I believe. Surveil 2, then choose an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it. So that's the rare. 2 blue. I tell you, the Dimir really do not want their secrets to get out. Alright, let's see here. Mission briefing, like I said, Dimir Locket, Thought Erasure. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it that player discards. Nasty. Night Veil Sprite. Oh, I forgot to mention, what does the Locket do? It creates mana, or sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. The Sprite, it's flying. Whenever it attacks, you may surveil 1. Disinformation Campaign. Enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and each opponent discards a card. And whenever you surveil, return it. So, reusable. Someone did this to me on Arena. Very annoying, very powerful. Child of Night. So, the new art on that, 2/1 lifelink. Veiled Shade, 3 mana. Creature Shade. Veiled Shade gets +1/+0 until... That is +1/+1 until end of turn. So, the classic Shade that you can pump up. Disdainful Stroke. Counter target spell with converted mana cost of 4 or greater. Paswal Adept, 2 mana, human wizard, 1/3. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Dimir Informant, 3 mana, 1/4, and it surveils 2 when it enters. Severed Strands, it's a sorcery for 2 mana. As an additional cost, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness, and destroy target creature an opponent controls. Watcher in the Mist, for 5 mana, Spirit 3/4, and you surveil 2. Dead Weight, enchant creature gets -2/2. Spinal Centipede, 3 mana. When it dies, put a 1/1 on a target creature you control, and it's a 3/2. and the Guild Gate. Let's put this foil in a sleeve. All right, let's open up these boosters. Maximize altitude, 1 blue mana, sorcery, target creature gets +1 and gains flying, you can jumpstart it. Barging Sergeant, 5 mana, 4/2, haste plus mentor, that's fun. 10th District Guard, 2 mana, it's a 2/2 bear, but when it enters, target creature gets +0/+1 until end of turn. There's another Disdainful Stroke. Dowser of Lights, 5 mana for a 4/5. Pax Favor, 3 mana. You can convoke it, and target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So that could be a giant growth if you've got enough creatures. Notion Rain, 3 mana, a blue and a black. Sorcery, Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards, and then it does 2 damage to you. Nice. Gravitic Punch, 3 mana, sorcery, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. You can jumpstart it, meaning you can play it again. There's another Watcher of the Mist. Pause for Reflection, 3 mana, or you can convoke it. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. We've got the pairs here, Flower and Flourish. Either a green and white. Either a green or white for sorcery, search your library for a basic forest or plains, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Flourish, 4 plus the green and white. Sorcery, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Rock Charger, it's a flyer. When it attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Selective Snare, blue and an X, return X. Target creatures of the creature type of your choice to their owner's hand. That's cool. Pelt Collector. Ooh, this is one of the ones that's kind of getting a little bit of value. Selesnya Guild Gate and the Rahl Emblem. The Pelt Collector is $7 as of this video. Next up, what we want, of course, is the Assassin's Trophy, but beggars can't be choosers. Goblin Locksmith, 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever it attacks, creatures with Defender can't block this turn. Loxodon Restorer, 6 mana, 3/4. Convoke it, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Wishcoin Crab, I saw a meme that turned it into Wisconsin Crab. 4 total mana for a 2/5. Sure Strike, the new art, 2 mana. Target creature gets +3/+0, gains first strike until end of turn. There's another Shade. Crowl Foragers, 4 mana. You can use Undergrowth. When it enters battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. 4/4. Another Pause for Reflection. Rosemane Centaur. I swear that said Roseanne Centaur for a moment. It's a Centaur Soldier. You can convoke it, and it has Vigilance, 4/4. Garrison Sergeant, Viashino Soldier, 3 red-white. Garrison Sergeant has double strike as long as you control a gate. That's cool. Electrostatic Field, 2 mana. It's Defender. It's a creature, 0/4. When you cast an instant, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Join Shields, 5 mana, instant, untap all creatures you control. They gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You've got Discovery and Dispersal, 1 and a blue or black. Sorcery, Surveil 2, then draw a card. Dispersal, 3 blue-black. Each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control with the highest converted mana cost among permanents they control to their hand, then discards a card. Ooh, that's epic. And then we have Errata the Silencer, Love this art. I actually have it on the background of my phone at the moment. 2 blue-black legendary creature vampire assassin 3/5. Etrata the Silencer can't be blocked. Whenever Etrata deals combat damage to a player, exile target creature that player controls and put a hit counter on it. That player loses the game if they own 3 or more exiled cards with hit counters on them. Etrata's owner shuffles Etrata into the library. And then we got, Nullhide Ferox. This is a valuable card happening right now, and I got it in foil. Amazing. Another Selesnya Guildgate, and then we got an insect token. Let me organize myself a bit here. The non-foil version of the Nullhide Ferox is about $9, and I got a foil version. Amazing. Here's a $50 card. Next booster. Fearless Halberdier. 3 mana for 3/2. Sworn Companions, 3 mana. Sorcery, create 2 1/1 white soldier creatures with lifelink. Maximize altitude again. Torch Courier. Look at that art. For 1 red mana, you get a 1/1 with haste. Sacrifice it. Another target creature gains haste until end of turn. Devkaren Dissident. Look at that expression. Hilarious. 2 mana. You get a 2/2. You pay 5 mana, and the Dissident gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Vicious Rumors. This art is epic. For 1 black mana, sorcery deals 1 damage to each opponent. Each opponent discards a card, then puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. You gain 1 life. That is brutal. I love it. Deadly Visit. 5 mana. Sorcery, destroy target creature, and you surveil. And Is It Locket? Direct Current. Deals 2 damage to any target, and you can jumpstart it. I think I already had that one. Iron Shell Beetle. I love that monochromatic art there. 2 mana, 1/1. When it enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. I guess itself or something else. Night Veil Sprite. I already had one of those. Another Disinformation Campaign. District Guide. 3 mana, Elf Scout. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land or gate, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. And the rare, the Erratic Cyclops. 4 mana, Cyclops Shaman, 0/8, Trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +X, +0, until end of turn, where X is the spell's mana cost. Boros Guildgate, and another soldier. Let me organize here a little bit. So tokens over here. Common, multicolored over there. Guildgates down here. White, blue, black, red, green. Uncommon white and blue and green. Uncommon multicolored artifact. There we go, that's a little better organization. 2 more packs. Another Sworn Companions, another Maximize Altitude, another Torch Courier, Portilicus Vine for 1 green mana, 0/3 Defender, 2 untap, sack, draw a card. Never happened. 3 mana, sorcery, target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, from that player's graveyard or hand, and exile it. Skyknight Legionnaire. It's pretty cool that there's a lot of common multicolored cards. Flying in Haste, 2/2 for 3 mana. Nice. Darkblade Agent, 3 mana, Human Assassin. As long as you've surveilled this turn, it has Death Touch. And whenever this creature deals combat damage, you draw a card. Centaur Peacemaker, 3/3. When it enters, you get 4 life. Whisper Agent, 1 hybrid mana, blue-black, blue-black. Human Rogue, 3/2, flash. When it enters, surveil 1. Capture Sphere, for 4 mana, aura, flash, enchant creature. When it enters, tap enchanted creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. House Guildmage, blue and black, human wizard, tap some blue mana, creature doesn't untap during the next untap, or black mana, surveil. Conclave Guildmage, elf cleric, creatures you control gain trample, or create a 2/2 green and white elf knight token with vigilance. It's kind of a lot of mana, but I guess they can handle it. District Guildmage, I got all the guild mages here. 3 mana, elf scout, when district enters battlefield. Search your library, I already had that one. And the rare March of Multitudes. Actually, that's a mythic, isn't it? That's a $6 card as of this moment. Dimir Guildgate and another token. There's that elf knight. So the March of Multitudes, white, white, green, and X, you can convoke, and that'll create X, 1/1 white soldiers. Look at those puppos. And the last booster, Dazzling Lights. For a blue instant, target creature gets -3 and -0 until end of turn and surveil. Fire Urchin, 2 mana, elemental, trample, 1/3. When you cast an instance, it gets +1 until end of turn. Intrusive Pack Beast, for a 5 mana, 3/3 vigilance. When it enters, tap up to 2 target creatures your opponent controls. Moodmark Painter, 4 mana, human shaman, undergrowth. When it enters, target creature gains menace and gets +X, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Hitchclaw Recluse, 3 mana, it's a spider, 1/4 reach. Hired Poisoner, for 1 mana, you get a 1/1 with Death Touch. Verdani Shieldmate, I love that art. Look at that shield and that mace. 1 and then hybrid mana, green or white, human soldier, 2/2 vigilance. Look at this art right here, the Hypothesizzle. 3 blue, red, instant, draw 2 cards. Then you may discard a non-land card. When you do, Hypothesizzle deals 4 damage to target creature. Prey Upon, 1 green mana, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Hammer Dropper, 4 mana, with Mentor, 5/2. Goblin Crater Maker, 2 mana, 2/2, 1 mana and sacrifice to choose 1. Deals 2 damage to target creature, or destroy target colorless non-land permanent. So this destroys Eldrazi. Truefire Captain, red, red, white, white, human knight, 4/3, Mentor, and when it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player. Crawl Swarm, 5 mana, Insect Warrior, 4/1 flying, black and 2, discard a creature card, return Crawl Swarm from your graveyard to your hand. And here we've got the rare, the Charnel Troll, 1 black and green creature troll, 4/4 trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on Charnel Troll, otherwise sacrifice it. A black and a green, discard a creature, put a 1/1 counter. And then an Izzet Guildgate and a Bird Illusion. Next up, we've got the Golgari pre-release pack. Let's get this one. Life, Death, Rebirth. So here we've got the dice. We can see the Golgari symbol somewhere here. We've got the text. To value deaths. Death is to value life. You can read that on your own. Got the divider, the soldier, and then my code back here. Vivid Revival is the pre-release pre-release rare. 5 mana sorcery, return up to 3 target multicolored cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then exile this. Then there's the Locket. Lotleth Giant for 7 mana, 6/5, Undergrowth. Lotleth enters the battlefield. It deals 1 damage to target opponent for each creature card in your graveyard. Swarm Guildmage for a black and a green. Creatures you control get +1/+0, or you gain life. Golgari Find Broker, black, green, Elf Shaman, 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Another Severed Strands, another Prey Upon, Portilicus Vine again, Vigor Swarm Worm, 6/4, 6 mana, Undergrowth. When it enters, target creature gains Vigilance and gets +X based on creatures, and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Erstwhile Trooper, 3 mana, Zombie Soldier, 2/2, discard a card. This trooper gets +2 and gains Trample. Activate only once per turn. Another Hired Poisoner, another Moodmark, Undercity Uprising. For 4 mana, creatures you control gain Death Touch until end of turn. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Now it's your turn to hide. So saith Vraska. Crushing Canopy, classic, 3 mana, choose 1. Destroy target creature with flying or target enchantment. And a Golgari Guildgate. First booster. Color the Culprit, 4 mana, instant, destroy target creature with toughness of 4 or greater. Dazzling Light again. Devacarin Dissident again. Devious Cover-Up, 4 mana, instant, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead, and you may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Rhizome Lurcher, 4 mana, Undergrowth, enters with a number of +1 counters based on your graveyard, else it's a 2/2. Sky Knight Legionnaire again, Dark Blade Agent again, Centaur Peacemaker again, Whisper Agent again, Night Veil Sprite again. Might of the Masses, for 1 green mana instant, target creatures get +1 until end of turn. For each creature you control. Ooh, I like that. And here we have Status and Statue. For either a green or black mana instant, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Statue. Statue, destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Blood Operative, 3 mana, Vampire Assassin, lifelink. When the operative enters, you may exile target card from a graveyard, When you surveil, if Blood Operative is in your graveyard, you may pay 3 life. If you do, return it to your hand. That's the rare. And then we got a shiny Dimir Spybug. This one's fun. For a black and a blue, you get a creature insect with flying and menace. And whenever you surveil, it gets +1/+1. So shiny. Is it Guildgate and a bird illusion? Dimir Informant again. Rubble Belt Boar, 4 mana, Boar. When it enters, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Color the culprit. Veiled Shade. Crawl Foragers. Deadly Visit. Is it Locket? Yes, it is. Direct Current again. Iron Shell Beetle again. Chemister's Insight. 4 mana, instant, draw 2 cards, and jumpstart. Ledev Champion, 3 mana, Elf Knight, 2/2. Whenever it attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature. Pay some mana, you create a 1/1 white soldier. Plague Crafter. 3 mana. When Plague Crafter enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card. Then we've got the Trostani Discordant. This is about $4. Legendary creature Dryad for 1/4. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 soldiers, and at the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. Wall of Mist, nice and shiny. 0/5 Defender, Selesnya Guildgate, and a soldier. Intrusive Pack Beast. Maximize Altitude, Barging Sergeant, 10th District Guard, Wild Ceratok, 4 mana, Creature Rhino, 4/3, Child of Night, Muse Drake, flying, when Muse Drake enters, draw a card for 4 mana, Gateway Plaza, land gate, enters tapped, enters the battlefield, pay 1 or sacrifice it, and it taps to give you mana of any color. Don't have that one yet. Dead Weight, Undercity Uprising, Glaive of the Guild Pact, 2 artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each gate you control, and equip for 3. House Guildmage again. Thoughtbound Phantasm. 1 blue, creature spirit, 2/2, defender. Whenever you surveil, put a 1/1 counter. As long as Thoughtbound Phantasm has 3 or more +1s, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. Steam Vents, yes! Got a shock land right there. So the Steam Vents is about $9. It's an island mountain, gives you black, gives you blue or red, can be fetched. It only costs you 2 life. Golgari Guildgate, and an insect. Beautiful. Another Goblin Locksmith. Loxodon Restorer, Wisconsin Crab, Sure Strike, Vigor Spore Worm, Burglar Rat. This is new. 2 mana, Rat 1/1. When it enters, each opponent discards a card. Vicious. Selesnya Locket, pretty. Dead Weight. Undercity Uprising again. Goblin Crater Maker again. Molder Hulk, this one's new, for 8 whole mana. 6/6. Undergrowth. This spell costs 1 less for each creature in your graveyard. When it enters the battlefield, return target land from your graveyard to the battlefield. World Soul Colossus. Green and white +X. You can convoke and it enters with X number of +1s you convoked. Venerated Loxodon, 5 mana, Elephant Cleric, convoke it. When it enters, put 1/1 counters on each creature that convoked it. Cool. Steam Alright, so that's a $9 card. That's like a $90 card. And then Dimir Guild Gate. Very nice. Let's wrap those up. Okay, Venerated, you're pretty cool. But you know what's cool? A foil Shockland. I'm going to retire off of this puppy. And the last booster. Maximize velocity. And this is hilarious. He's riding a skateboard and he's like the most radical dude I've ever seen. And I love him. 1 red mana. Sorcery. Target creature gets +1/+1, gains haste until end of turn, and you can jumpstart it. Healer's Hawk. 1 white mana, 1/1, flying lifelink. Wisconsin Crab. Sure Strike. Generous Stray. Look at that kitty cat. So cute. 3 mana for a cat. When Generous Stray enters, draw a card. Beautiful. I love you, kitty cat. Bartizan Bats. 4 mana, flying, 3/1. Gateway Plaza. Goblin Electromancer. For a blue and a red, Goblin Wizard. Instants and sorcery spells cost you 1 less. Nice. 2/2. Result 7/5/2. Rapid Mass Distribution. Calamitous Reverse Synthesis. Acute Disarrayment. Siege Worm. 5/5. Can be convoked. Trample. Boros Locket. Conclave Cavalier. Dimir Spybugs. Creeping Chill. Creeping Chill deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When it's put into the graveyard, you may exile. If you do, Creeping Chill deals 3 damage. Swift Blade Vindicator. 2 mana. Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample. I already had that one actually. And then an Izzet Guild Gate and a Soldier. Alright, let's recap some of these bad boys. There's the Swift Blade, rare. Trostani Discordant, about $4. Charnel Troll, not worth it. March of the Multitude, $6. This erratic guy, not really that much. Loxodon over here, no value. Blood Operative, nope. The Etrata, not really. Pelt Collector, $7. Steam Vent Non-Foil, $9. Nullhide Ferox Foil, that's gotta be like $20, $15. And then a foil Steam Vent, that's another like $20 at least. So really cool haul right here with these pre-release packs. I'm happy with that. Collection is growing really well. So what do you think? You like what I got? I didn't get the Assassin's Trophy or any Planeswalkers, but I'm happy with this stuff. I'm starting to build cool decks over here too. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, hit that little bell, tell your friends, family, and neighbors about my channel. If you'd like to get some magic cards mailed to you every month, join my Patreon for as little as $2 a month. I'll send you some cool vintage Commander legal cards from my collection, $2. Well, this has been vmcampos. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you on Ravnica.